Georgia's taken an L for this one. There were more details that came out. We were kind of limited as far as the details we had initially. Some of that reason being because when they first interviewed these idiots, they gave conflicting stories, and really, in all honesty, they were lying, right? We're going to find out that they're lying, especially when this proves its way through court. But what this baby suffered through was quite ridiculous. Let me give you guys a disclaimer about my channel. So I might use some strong language from time to time. It's definitely intended for mature audiences, even though I would love for everybody to watch. Here's a disclaimer. Mommy of Three is going to take it away. Let's get it.
Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, new website articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer.
So my source is kbtexas.com. So thank you for the article. Authorities in Georgia have revealed the cause of death, and I don't know how many of you guys caught this. Let me give a shout out real quick. Jerry, thank you, Jerry, for joining us on the channel membership. Want to show some love. Anybody wants to do that, I appreciate that. So shout out to you. Thank you very much, Jerry. Shout out to you. I had a feeling what happened to this baby, and now we have actually been vindicated. They revealed the cause of death for the 6-month-old baby whose body was found in a trash bag days after his father reported him missing. But again, he gave us a shenanigan story. It was bullcrap and we knew it. Clayton police said Friday that the 6-month-old by the name of Nakai Pratt, is 2 N's, but it's pronounced Nakai. Nakai Pratt died by way of blunt force trauma. How many of you guys are shocked at that result? These people are devils. They are monsters. They need to be punished. They do not deserve any leniency. Don't let them get away with any insanity, please. I don't care about the excuse. I would love to know the reason, because maybe if we have these reasons, we can be clear about what's causing people to go here emotionally, mentally. Why? What did a baby do to deserve this? Absolutely nothing. So it's got to stop. And maybe we just have to have harsh enough punishments. Maybe we need to line them up in front of a firing squad legally, because you could still do that. I don't know if y'all know that. Some states actually do allow that. Anyway, police found the baby dead last Tuesday inside a trash bag near a Riverdale apartment complex, according to the arrest warrant for his father by the name of Antonio Pierce, who has some type of pimp vibe to him, different cars, fancy jewelry and clothing. Like he looks like a goddamn peacock in all actuality. A peacock fluttering his feathers out there trying to impress somebody. I don't know. But I'm not impressed. I think he's a goddamn idiot. Police say that baby Nakai suffered a head injury. Pierce is charged with multiple counts in connection with his son's death, including murder and providing false statements to the police, which I cannot say that enough. That ought to get you at least 2 to 5 years in prison for lying to the police. He reported Nakai missing last Sunday, but police said his story and the account of the baby's mother by the name of Nicolette Pratt, Necolette, did not match up. Let me get Nicolette's ridiculous face up on the screen. Let me see if I can find her. Her face doesn't look any better than his. Ah, there she is. Right there. Look at that dumb face right there. She just got the dumb face on, right? That's the face. That's the dumb face. That's Nicolette Pratt, spelled Necolette. Pierce claimed that he was robbed at gunpoint, and I knew that was bullshit from the moment I heard it. He said he was robbed at gunpoint and that the robbers stole his child, took Nakai, and escaped in an unknown direction. Pratt is also facing charges related to her son's death. She is charged with party to a crime, making false statements, and obstruction of law enforcement officers, according to an arrest warrant. Pierce's arrest warrant specifically mentions Pratt noting that when detectives interviewed her, she showed an unusual lack of emotion. They're just terrible human beings. Nicolette would rock and moan, but at no time did she cry any tears for her missing child, according to the warrant. The warrant also noted that detectives found inconsistencies in both parents' stories and timelines during the investigation. How many of you guys are still with me? Y'all make sure and hit that thumbs up if you're listening. Shout out to Miss V, Crime Podcast. Y'all sub to her, man. Much love, Miss V. Thank you very much. According to Pratt's arrest warrant, she told officers that Pierce had previously shaken Nakai. That was your freaking red flag right there. But are we going to ignore that like a dummy? I guess so. Just terrible ass people. On Friday, a judge denied Pierce's bond for aggravated battery, aggravated assault, tampering with evidence, and concealing the death of another, charges he is facing. He was given a $10,000 bond for the false statements charge. Pierce is also facing a murder charge with malice charge that can only be ruled by a superior court. His preliminary hearing was set for November the 10th, which is coming up. That's about in just over 2 weeks, depending on when you're watching this. Pratt was denied bond for all charges except the obstruction charge, which is a misdemeanor. She is expected to be in court for a preliminary hearing on November the 12th, so that's 2 days after him. So if you guys want to follow that. Nakai's death has deeply affected residents of the Riverdale community. They built a small memorial adorned with a white cross, teddy bears, and candles in place where his body was found. And I'm glad they did that instead of doing balloons. Stop doing balloons. Stop letting them into the atmosphere and trashing up our community. Like, I promise you, candles look better and it's easier to clean up. You can just pick them up whenever you're ready, right? So stop doing balloon releases. Tia Mason stopped by to decorate the memorial and said, "I'm really trying not to cry because I have 5 kids. I couldn't imagine doing anything to them or letting their father do anything to them." She said father, singular, so I'm gonna not be a jerk and I'm gonna not comment on that. 5 kids. That's a lot of damn kids. Nakai had a twin sister, as you guys can see from the picture. Let me back it up, which is right there. Had a twin sister who is now in the custody of Georgia's Division of Family and Children Services. That baby is now in the system, and all we can do is hope and pray that that baby can get an opportunity. That's all we need, is for that baby to grow up and become something great. Just needs an opportunity to do that. But I'm trying to tell y'all, the system is not built for us to be effing up like this and continue to keep putting kids into an already overwhelmed system. It's going to break. It's already breaking. It's already failing. These children are not necessarily safe in the state's hands. The baby should be safe in the parents' hands. So we have got to stop this. If you don't want to raise kids, stop creating them. The men have plenty of options, including abstinence. The women definitely have plenty of options if they don't want to be parents. Why continue to do this to yourselves and to these kids? Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let's get it.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
If you're listening, please smash that thumbs up. Share this video so more people can see it. Here's the news videos. I only got 2 of them, but I'm going to cut one of them kind of short. Here we go.
6-month-old baby whose body was found days later has taken a toll on investigators. The child's father now charged with his murder. His mother also facing charges, both of them in court this morning. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live in Clayton County, and Tom, police released disturbing new details about just how they found that baby.
Yeah, Karen, police say that the child's father caused substantial injuries to his head, then put his body in a trash bag and hid it in this backyard. You can see there is a growing memorial to Nakai here. It was heartbreaking listening to a detective describe how he got here.
He was found discarded in a trash bag.
Detective Cheyenne Reynolds revealed new details about how officers found the body of 6-month-old Nakai Pratt and how he died.
The cause of death, according to the autopsy, was blunt force trauma.
Police say the baby's father, Antonio Pierce, murdered him, wounding his head. Reynolds wouldn't discuss a motive. Police say Pierce told them armed robbers kidnapped the baby Sunday. Reynolds says he told a lot of lies during questioning, so they began searching for the child around the apartment complex where Pierce lives. Then Tuesday, police focused their search near a backyard near the apartments. Reynolds explained what led them there.
Witness statements, digital forensics on Antonio's phone led us to that side.
That's when they found Nakai in that trash bag.
First charge is murder with malice.
The baby's parents went before a judge while the news conference was going on. Pierce heard he faces several charges in connection with his child's death.
You're also charged with party to a crime.
Police say the baby's mother, Nicolette Pratt, lied during the investigation and helped conceal her child's death. Major Francisco Romero says this case took a toll on the community and his officers as well.
We felt that they were hurting, and we ourselves was hurting.
Everybody's hurting out here. The parents showed no emotion as the judge read the charges against him. He denied bond for both parents. We're live in Clayton County. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
I would like to thank each and every one of you for your interest in this case. I am standing here with our Madam Chairwoman, Dr. Alicia Anderson Henry, and she has a few words to say before we get started. All right.
Good morning, everyone. I am Chairwoman, the Clayton County Chairwoman, Dr. Alicia Anderson Henry, and I stand here in support of our county's citizens, the law enforcement community, and most of all, baby Nakai Pratt. As a community, we pray for a better outcome to this incident. Unfortunately, the outcome we so desperately wanted did not come to fruition. Throughout the case, I have stayed in close communication with Chief Kevin Roberts, and he assured me that a thorough investigation was being conducted and the police department was utilizing any and all available resources they could muster to find baby Nakai. In addition, I personally made a plea to bring baby Nakai home and to make sure that anyone connected to his disappearance is brought to justice and was brought to justice. So at this moment, I stand with the Clayton County Police Department in support of justice today. Next, you will hear from Major Francisco Romero, representing the Clayton County Police Department. Thank you.
All right, without going into specifics on the case, I want to first start out by giving thanks to our partners that assisted us on this very important case that we worked. We want to express our gratitude to all the agencies that assisted, namely the K-9 teams from Georgia Piedmont Regional Search and Rescue, Fayette County's Sheriff's Office K-9 unit, the Spalding County Land, Air, and Water Search Team, Special Agent in Charge, Paul Brown and his team with the Violent Crimes Against Children's unit, and also their CAST team, Cellular Analysts Survey Team. Their partnership and dedication throughout this investigation was invaluable. It greatly advanced us towards our goal of finding the culprit who committed the act. I would be remiss if I did not thank our fellow public safety agencies, namely Clayton County Sheriff's Office and Clayton County Fire Emergency Services. And more importantly, I want to thank the citizens of Clayton County. When this case at the onset sounded as though we would need support in solving it, we got that support, and we got it from the citizens of Clayton County. They were very involved, they were very interested, and gave us extreme cooperation, and we're thankful to them for that. Please understand that we are still investigating aspects of this case, so we are limited in what we can share. However, Detective Reynolds, or I will answer any questions that we can without compromising said case. So without further ado, I want to introduce Detective Reynolds, who is the lead investigator on this case. Detective Reynolds.
Good morning. On October 12, 2025, at approximately 8:18 a.m., Clayton County police officers responded to 100 Valley Hill Road in Riverdale in reference to a reported robbery and kidnapping. When officers arrived, they spoke with Antonio Pierce, who reported that he had been robbed at gunpoint and that as suspects fled, they took his 6-month-old child, Nakai Pratt, from his car seat and left in an unknown direction. As detectives began investigating, inconsistencies with Mr. Pierce's account quickly emerged. Based on evidence gathered, investigators determined that foul play was involved and identified Antonio Pierce as a suspect in the disappearance of his son. On the day of the initial report, bloodhounds from Fayette County Sheriff's Office and cadaver dogs from Georgia Piedmont Region Canine Search and Rescue were brought in to search the property and surrounding areas. Those searches lasted several hours but revealed no significant findings. Multiple search warrants were then executed at locations connected to Mr. Pierce, which also yielded no evidence of the child's whereabouts. Detectives continued their efforts into the following day, canvassing the community, collecting surveillance footage, and following every lead. Spalding County Land, Air, and Water Search also volunteered a cadaver dog to assist in the ongoing search for Nakai.
I'm not really sure why they don't always want to give out all the details. Like, I know it's probably for legal purposes because it could probably cause some interference with the court proceedings, but it still sucks. But I get your question. I definitely understand. I'm going to let a little bit more of this play and then we'll cut it.
On October 14th, as the search continued, detectives focused their attention on the yards of homes near the edges of the apartment complex at 100 Valley Hill Road. During that search, the body of an infant was discovered in the backyard of a home on Green Valley Road. The infant was later positively identified as 6-month-old Nakai Pratt. Antonio Pierce now faces multiple charges, including malice murder, cruelty to children in the first degree, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, tampering with evidence, concealing the death of another person, unlawful disposal of a human body, false statements, and false report of a crime. Following further investigation, Nakai's mother, Nicolette Pratt, was also arrested and charged with obstruction of an officer, false statements, and party to a crime. Nakai's twin sister has been placed in the custody of the Department of Family and Children's Services as the investigation continues.
I'm gonna need to fix this audio. I will upload it. I'll cut it and upload it so you guys can hear the audio a little bit better. So we will do that when I re-upload this, okay? So I will fix that. So hopefully you can hear it a little bit better. But in all actuality, they're just kind of reiterating what we've already spoken about. This man and this alleged mother, this alleged man and this alleged mother, I think are just terrible individuals, to be honest. They seem like pimp and hoe. I don't know if you guys caught that vibe or if y'all caught that. I think that's the nature of their relationship. And I think that he actually might have got one of his workers pregnant, right? I think he represents being a person who solicits people for sex with one of his alleged chicks, right? That's just how he comes off. That's the way he behaves. He's like a peacock out there, flaunting his little feathers and things like that. But, if we can get them a life sentence, I think they both deserve a full life sentence. But he'll probably definitely get more time. So if there's anything else to report on this, we'll probably do more. And I want to get a final sentencing. That's what I want. So we'll go from there. Let me know what you guys think. If y'all have anything that I'm missing or any more better pictures than what I had of the baby, because I'm going to show you guys. Let me see if I can show you. The only picture I had of the baby was, let me get her face off the screen. Those are all older pictures. I found all of those from her Facebook. That's how I found the twin. That's it. Why is that the only picture that we have? I don't think they ever cared. So if y'all got more, let me know, and we'll just kind of go from there. We'll give you guys a final update whenever they get sentenced. All right? Thank you guys so much for listening to the story.